what's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are talking with the Chamber of Atascadero, Julie Matthews, about the gala coming up, and she also brought Rick Evans, which is Citizen of the Year. Congratulations and welcome to the podcast here. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So Rick, we're going to talk to Julie first, but we're going to dig in to you and all the epic photos that you take in Atascadero on the sidelines and all the different events. But Julie, with the Chamber of Commerce there in Atascadero, you guys got a lot of stuff going on. You got the gala coming up this weekend, which Rick's going to be recognized as Citizen of the Year. But tell me a little bit about the history of the gala and what it means to you.
So, of course, it's our 102nd annual awards dinner and gala, and it really is a place where businesses and community can come together and celebrate those who truly make a difference. I was on the nominating committee, and it's just always amazing to me the people that come to the forefront that I would have never thought about that the community voted. People who are truly making a difference to shape our Atascadero community, which is a beautiful community.
Very awesome. So obviously the gala is sold out. Congratulations,
yes.
By the way. So if people want to get, they can buy tickets for next year, starting after the gala.
Yeah,
right.
It always sells out. I definitely would reserve your tickets a month early because it always sells out and people are always inching to get in. But we had to get the numbers to the caterers so they could purchase the food to serve, and we have Popolo Catering.
Just out of a number thing, do you know how many are going to be attending, roughly?
Yeah, about 350.
Wow, holy cow, that's pretty good. But you also have a silent auction going on, or an online auction going on right now that people that aren't going to be able to attend can still be a part of, correct?
That is correct. It is our largest fundraising event of the year. So all the proceeds do go back to the Chamber to serve our mission, which is to empower our business community. We can't do the work that we do without the support of our community. We do have a silent auction going on right now, and it's amazing to me. I do the live and the silent auction that every time I pick up the phone, can you donate something? Absolutely. It's always a yes, and what more can I donate? Very, very giving community. So we have about $30,000 in the silent auction. We have a lot of really amazing gifts, packages, I should say. So it's just a way to purchase some packages and give back to the community. Not only that, it's very addicting. So be careful when you start bidding.
Now, where do people go for that, Julie?
If you go to the Chamber website,
okay,
you can
AtascaderoChamber.com or .org. Is it?
It's .org.
It's .org.
And then just go to the annual gala page.
Okay.
And there's a tab right at the top that says Start Bidding Now. Super easy.
Got it. Well, cool. Well, I'm going to transition over here to Rick, which is a Citizen of the Year. So congratulations.
Thank you.
For one.
Thank you.
Did you expect it?
No.
Did you even think that anything was like...
No. Julie had, I think Julie had called me, left a voicemail. She texted me, and I was at the...
She didn't text you, hey, you won? Or she just said, call me?
She said, call me. I have something very important to tell you. Well, I was at the talent show at San Gabriel Elementary, where my granddaughter was going to be in the talent show, and my daughter Savannah, who... the little booger was the one that kind of pushed for people to nominate me.
Oh,
and she was with me, and I think I texted you back. I said, "What? I'm at the talent show." I said, "I'll get a hold of you after the talent show." So we were in the office at the school. It was my daughter and I said, "I got to call Julie back." And I thought it had something to do with maybe one of my photos that you use, in the destination guide, or whatever.
Yep.
And I thought, something, maybe my photo went somewhere else and, got some kudos or whatever. So I called her and said, I just want to let you know you're, and I start choking up again. I'm horrible, I'm so sorry. My daughter's going to say, that's my dad. She's just like me. And when she said, oh, you're Citizen of the Year. And I said, Julie, I'm on speaker. And they said, well, you were chosen Citizen of the Year for 2024. My daughter lets out a big scream.
Oh, wow.
And I was shocked, yes.
How awesome. But to
shocked.
hear that with them is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So, but that's awesome. But, so Rick, what did you do before you just took these amazing photos?
It just worked.
Okay, but
I've been
were
a-
you always in?
I've been a grunt forever.
Yeah.
Well, the short story. I'll try to make it short. My first camera was, remember Polaroid was the big deal. You know, you
Get the little photo.
Yeah,
you
you
get the
take-
picture off
you
the.
gotta
Yeah.
shake it
Put it
and
in your
dry.
armpit.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah, they had that little thing.
Made it go faster.
Yeah,
And
Is that true? Did it really make it go faster?
That I couldn't tell you.
we thought it did.
Right.
But I remember, I think, something they had that, well, wasn't there a middle? I forget exactly, but I know you're supposed to activate it, anyway.
Right.
But I had the little pool, it was a black and white. The pictures were, very small. And I took a few photos with that, kind of forgot about photography. Then in high school, good friend of mine, Frank Buckley, we had a dark room at the high school, and would go down to Avila Beach, snap a few photos, and then back in school, I'd be in the dark room with him. He was developing the photos, and I thought, man, what an amazing process! That's so cool. I want to do that someday. Never did it until I worked at the Atascadero News. Oh gosh, back in late '70s, I did a little darkroom work there. And I actually had a developer enlarger, and I said, all I need is a dark room, 3 trays. You got your developer stop bath and a rinse, and some place to hang the photos. And I just never did it. And so it was slow going to kind of get in the photography thing. And,
So it was more like a kind of a hobby starting off?
it was always just basically relatives and whatever, and family and stuff. And then finally got into buy used, or I think my buddy Brad Humphrey worked for the Atascadero News. He gave me one of his old 35 millimeters. So when I worked for the paper, he'd give me black and white film. And if I was out delivering papers or whatever, if I saw something that caught my eye, I'd snap a few photos, and next thing I knew, they'd be on the front page with the photo credit. So that kind of started the photo credit madness. You live, maybe no money, but you live for the photo credit.
Right. Right, to be recognized.
It's just kind of a little bit of glory there. And so then I finally bought a nicer 35 millimeter camera, and traveled with it, blah blah blah. And then you kind of get out of it, and then digital comes around. So I got the little digital point and shoots, 2.0 megapixels.
Wow.
And when my daughter
That's huge.
Yeah, my daughter was small. Here, take the camera, take a bunch of photos, because you just delete them.
Right.
You weren't wasting film. And then it kind of snowballed. You bought nicer cameras, nicer lenses, and basically just did a lot of. I guess about 10 years ago, I started shooting high school football. Basically just for the players, the parents, and to share. Like I said, never really was a money thing with me. It's just sharing the photos. Mm-hmm. And then Access Publishing out of Paso, I became kind of I'm not a writer, I'm a photographer. But I started doing some sports, for football. I'd take a few notes on my phone, and then I'd write up a little something, and they would, fill in the blanks, and it'll cover the game. Because Nick Mattson, who now owns the Atascadero News, he was the sports writer, for the paper, and that's how I first met Nick. Was on the field. So when Access approached me about doing that, I go, I'm no writer. Nick's a writer, but he was working for, the competition. So anyway, it just kind of snowballed, and then started doing, and now that Nick and Haley own the Atascadero News, started doing more photos for them, and then giving photos to Julie in the chamber. And then
For the destination guide.
Yeah, and then we were chit-chatting earlier, before Julie was lost.
Yeah, right? Heading to the wrong place.
I wasn't going to throw her under the bus, but
Thanks,
that's just
Rick.
me. You weren't lost. You knew where you were going.
I knew where I
you
was
just went to
going.
the wrong spot.
I was-
You were totally not lost.
I was enjoying the scenery, Rick.
Yeah, I like the chickens out here, by the way.
Yeah. Be careful, they'll attack you.
No, I bird walked myself. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway,
Yeah.
the photos for Nick and Haley for the paper, the chamber, and then the city. Oh, that's what we were chit-chatting earlier about. My little short, well, not short, small contract with the city of Atascadero. I shot a gal, I know the family, I shot her family photos years ago, and I shot her senior photos It was, I guess, last year. And I was with her mom. We're driving back from the beach, and I was talking about, I got this, we're doing some work for the city to update their the web pages and their, the rec guide and whatever. And she says, yeah, it's kind of about time. My daughter, who's in the back seat, who's now 18, they said, yeah, they're using photos of her playing basketball when she was small.
Right.
Okay, so I guess it's time. They definitely got a few new photos, for the rec guide and for the
Yeah, it's time to
webpage.
update.
Yeah,
right.
So time to update. Anyway, so
Rick, so now, you take pictures, like you said, on the sidelines for the sports, and is it kind of blossoming into something more than just a hobby now?
yes, I would say the past few years, I have a hard time promoting myself. I have another Rick Evans photo at Smug Mug. You can check it out. I have different albums there. A lot of my scenery stuff. I do a lot of scenery photos and scenics, I guess would be the correct word. But I need to promote my own stuff. I'm always shooting, the sports for, for the kids and for the paper and whatever. And I'm kind of not promoting my own works. And my cousin and I used to go out before COVID kind of shut us. We used to go out a lot on the weekends and just shoot, looking for birds, eagles, wildlife, just the wildflowers, clouds, whatever, we could find. And I think I got some nice stuff. I just need to start promoting my stuff to get it out there and make a little
Rick,
money.
where's that picture, that thing that, the picture that you took of the eagle?
This is like on Carson's show, and they always reach behind the chair and pull something out. This is
Carson. Look, Eric, are you able to zoom in on that? This picture, tell us about the picture.
This was from 2018. I grew up in Atascadero, of course. We never had eagles. I had to go to Minnesota to visit relatives to see my first.
And what has he got? Has he got a rock or has he got a fish?
He caught a little fish.
Okay. Rock. Why would he get a rock, Randy?
Yeah. Why? Come on, Randy.
Yeah, he's picking up rocks.
You can't eat a rock.
That's awesome.
But it was Sam McMillan. Oh gosh, Sam's just a great wildlife photographer out of Atascadero, great coach, and he was the one that showed the first photos of the eagles hanging out the lake, at Atascadero Lake. And so I brought in photographers. It was great. We met a lot of new photographers, people we didn't know. The eagles were there, the pair, they were there constantly, all day long. It was amazing for like at least a couple of years. And they'd be up in the trees right above you, just look down at you like we don't care about you. Take our photos, we don't care. And I was there one day.
Can I see that?
Oh yeah. Everybody had kind of left, and I go, "Where's all my buddies? Where's everybody at?" Everybody took off, and this eagle, I don't know, male or female, I don't know. I was called a he, and he was just out, fishing that day, doing his thing.
Wow, that's awesome.
And just happened, like I said, it's this is extremely. Can I put it down now?
Yeah.
It was extremely cropped, even with a 600 millimeter.
How far away were you?
Oh gosh, I couldn't. It was quite far.
Really?
That picture, if you look at the original picture, the eagle's like in here, so that's heavily cropped. But it's 600 millimeter, which is a pretty good zoom lens. He was still across the lake.
Wow.
So like I said, the quality of the photo is
Rick,
not.
can you pick up that picture again?
All right. Well, I don't know. Can I?
I think you can. I
Can
have
I?
a question for you.
Okay.
Can we add this to the silent auction?
You know what,
From
Julie?
Citizen of the Year?
By the way, this is available for the auction.
And then is this the only piece that you have, or is this like signed? Is
This will be when I give this to you today. Later, I'll drop by the office. It will be signed.
Wow.
It
we
is
would love to have that in
it-
our silent auction.
It is a numbered series. I think
Okay.
I've sold maybe 8 of these,
Okay.
8 or 9. I have to
It's
check
stunning.
my list. So it'll be signed in the date, whatever will be on the back, and it's on the nice little aluminum. They call it the free floating kind of a frame, I guess.
Really stunning piece.
Well, thank you.
From our Citizen of the Year,
Yeah,
Rick Evans.
yeah.
Are you gonna sign it that way, Citizen of the Year?
Ooh, I should.
I think you should.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good idea. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that'll
Because
be.
then that would be one,
That may kick it up an extra $10.
right? That'd be
Oh no, you're talking about 100.
that's awesome.
Like I said, it's in a series, and it's been, oh gosh, it's before COVID. Since I was, advertising these on Facebook. That's why I said to promote myself. I need to get back into, promoting
Now, Rick,
myself.
you said series, not meaning, excuse me, the series of like the bird dropping down and grabbing the fish.
No, actually I do, but it's not. I haven't put that out there. But as far as the series, I mean, like it's a numbered series.
So you actually have the picture of her
Yeah.
grabbing the fish out of the water.
Yeah.
And pull. Oh my!
And I think
that would be a cool.
and I think there's a shot.
picture.
It's funny. We have the eagles at the lake. Now they're kind of hit and miss at the lake, but we also have there was a pair of. Hang on, I'm not nervous or anything, but I'm blanking out.
It's okay.
The osprey. The osprey is there hunting also. And usually the eagles and the osprey will catch a fish and go to a tree and just start having their little lunch or whatever. But sometimes with the eagles, the fish are so small, they actually they have it in their talons. I've actually have photos of, I think in the series of this one did the same thing. They actually reach down and pick the fish out of their talons and eat it before they get back to the tree. Because it was so small, it was just like, it's gone.
Right.
The bigger fish they take to a tree, and you can you take photos of them. If they land in a tree close to you, of them pecking the thing, it's not very pretty at times, as they're eating that fish. But
That's what I mean, Rick. Like you said, everybody sees your pictures. Everybody posts your pictures. From sports to just wildlife like that to events. Wine fest and whatnot, stuff at the zoo. And but where do you get your inspiration? Do you just is it just random? Do you just randomly take these pictures, or do you set out now for specific pictures?
well, as far as for the work that I do for the Atascadero News, it used to be even with the sitting for the news, I was shooting the photos anyway, like Tamale Festival or some of the functions at the zoo, wine festival. I was just there shooting photos. Now it's kind of a little bit more of a purpose because I'll get a text. Oh, can you cover the wine festival today? Can you cover the zoo boo? Can you be at the blah 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 whatever? So I have a point to be there now to provide the newspaper and and Facebook to throw out some photos
Rick, I
there.
have a question. All the front cover
She got a lot of
for-
questions, haven't you?
for,
She's
the Atascadero magazine and the Pastorals magazine. Are all of those your photos?
Some, yes, I've done
Stunning work.
Yeah, I've done
Really.
some work. Like I said, it was through Nick and Haley. I've done some cover work for both magazines, and if, I said Access Publishing. They do the SLO County Visitors Guide.
Oh yeah.
I've done, and I used to send Scott photos, just email him photos of something, and I go, oh, here was a photo of this function, and that's what kind of. By sending them photos is, we could use some photography, do some cover work. And so, brought in a little extra money.
Right.
Like I said, again, it wasn't for the money, it's for the...
It's kind of that saying, the more you give, the more you get.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had people ask me, I said, well, how do you get how did they get a hold of you? How do you get hired out like that? I said, I just emailed them photos just to use in the, for their online.
So it's kind of like the old school ways to where when you would mail in your photos back then, right?
Yeah.
And if they used it, you would get a check.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So I just,
Or it goes back to those photo credits.
Yes. And I got to give Dave Hubdy a shout out for KSBY, the weatherman, because he used a lot of my photos. I ended up getting my cousin and other friends sending in photos. We missed them doing that, but it was always great to see your photo pop up on the screen.
Sure.
Photo by Rick Evans, and people, do you get paid for that? They go, no, that's just all.
That's creds.
That's all freebie stuff for Dave, to put on the weather.
Yeah, but they're really cool pictures.
Yeah.
You must have a digital file of pictures over the years that. Do you even still go through them, or is they just is it just sit there?
Well, yeah. I mean, I keep everything.
Do you have them categoried, like years or anything like that?
Somewhat. Well, like I said, I recently had to buy a 16 terabyte external hard drive because I filled up my 8 terabyte. Yeah, everything's saved. You know, the weddings, I do some weddings, just everything's there. So I can always go back to it. What I need to do, I always said, I want to get a little wind-up timer, set it for a half hour even, and go through and delete. Because like the Eagle photos, I've got just thousands of Eagle photos. Probably 75% of those are crap.
Right.
I'm sorry, can I say crap?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've already picked the best ones to print or to show. And
it's hard to get rid of them.
Yeah, but I do weed out like out of focus ones and whatever. But there's still some in there. They go, why am I keeping these? Like there could be 10 in a series. You only kept one, so get rid of the other. So it's just taking up disk space.
Right.
So I always said, you know, just set a little timer, half hour a day. You know, I'm retired. You know, I got time. Well, between grandkids and shooting photos, I could delete some photos.
Well, now you got to accept award. Now, Julie, does he have to give a speech?
He will give a speech, but I want to share with you too, with Rick in this conversation. Rick, you really have painted a beautiful picture all these years with your photography. And I'm probably going to cry, of North County. I know. It really is a love fest. It's just the people are beautiful in Atascadero, and the people that come to these events or just our awardees are just people who dedicate their heart and their passion to make a difference.
And Rick, I mean, you guys are both, you know, watering up.
I know.
Allergies.
It's those chickens out there.
Yeah, chickens are.
I just wear my heart on my sleeves. There you have it.
I'm that way.
But I mean, but that shows the passion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
shows,
yeah.
It shows. I mean, I tear up for different things and stuff like that. But it's like really the passion is in the eyes.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, for you to kind of get emotional because of Julie's comment. Julie gets emotional saying the comment. You know, it's just you guys both have a passion for Atascadero, passion for what you do.
It's just not even Atascadero. It's for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People and just to make a difference.
Yeah.
To serve.
Like I said, the photos are phenomenal. So, have you ever won any like recognition? Like, I'm assuming at the state fair, California State Fair. I'm sure. Anything bigger than that?
To all my friends out there that know me, that know, I've never entered a photo at the fair.
Really?
I've been wanting to do that probably even 30 years ago. I wanted to enter a photo at the fair. My cousin has, and he's won a few, prizes with that. I've always go there and look at the photos, and next year, and I've yet to do that. And I've kind of told a few people, I said, well, maybe. Sorry, Julie, doggone it.
I know, right?
My daughter's going to see this and go, that's my dad. And she's just as bad as me. Get back to your story on a bird walk for a minute. We'll watch a movie. We'll look at each other, and we're waiting for the first one to tear up. And she gives me a bad time. I give her a bad time.
I don't know why we hide our tears.
But
Let 'em out.
I know.
It's
a manly thing. We're not supposed to tear up, but it's because of my daughter. I know.
Yeah, I say that same thing. That's why prior to my daughters, I was, hard as steel. After that, I cry at commercials.
I've always said that. I always thought I was a sensitive guy. And I've had stepkids, but Savannah was my first, my child. And I swear it changed. Mm-hmm. I said, a drop of a hat. And,
oh, yeah.
just like what you're saying.
Yeah, and you think about your kids, you think about your daughter, you think about them, and in whatever aspect it is, maybe it's a commercial, maybe it's a TV show. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're like, allergy season.
So I bird walked us. So what were we talking? We're talking about the fair, the photos.
Yeah, we're just talking about your photos as far as like entering.
Yeah.
So right now is the time to enter. That eagle picture would be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, and I've got that's what I was saying. I got it. It always comes back to me. It comes around, and maybe at dinner tomorrow, but it comes back around. I think a part of me, like I want to enter a photo and then win maybe first or second or third or just a recognition. I go, yeah, it'd be cool. I think there's that other part of me that I might be bummed if I don't get anything. And I know it's silly because you're supposed to be, but
Well, that's all in the eye of the beholder,
I
though,
honestly
too.
think, Rick, though, you do the work that you do without the glory.
I
You would do it no matter what.
You're on a national level just here locally, just with the photos that are in the picture, in the different papers and magazines and whatnot.
And some, I mean, if you look, like I said, if you went to my Smug Mug and looked at all my, whether it be the car cruises, the car shows, the wildlife, sports, I look through myself and go, there's a few goodies in here. I have to say, a lot of my stuff I consider snapshots. It could be just one day at the lake. Anybody could have taken that photo. But I have a few that I think that, it just came up the other day on Facebook. It was a camera company, and they asked a question, is it the photographer or the equipment? And a lot of people said, it's both. A lot of people, it's the equipment. And I responded back, and I have friends that will agree with me that you can have the most expensive equipment in the world to take photos with. You have to have an eye. Mm-hmm. And not saying that my eye is perfect all the time, but you have to get, try the different angles. And then even editing is a whole different ball game. You can shoot the photo, but it's how you crop it. What you did to maybe enhance a little bit of the color.
What program do you use for that?
I'm a Lightroom. I like Lightroom. Okay.
So the Adobe suites?
And Lightroom just keeps getting better and better, the stuff that they have. They have, before you could take out, get it like a little pimple, or like say if there's a fire hydrant, you could take it out. But now with the AI they have now in there, I've taken out things and it just seems different. I could take out a person standing there and it really fills in the background to me differently than what it did before. And I'm going, whoa, okay.
Rick, that's a great conversation topic is AI. How does that affect or change your platform and your demographic of,
Yeah, I have to, my buddy George Westland and I, we do a lot of shooting together. And I think we're in agreement with AI has its place. Like, for movies, maybe for advertisements, even like, the TV ads, maybe newsprint, magazine ads, AI to phony stuff, not phony it up, but enhance things. But what drives us crazy is, like, of course, with Facebook, regardless if it's politics or whatever, you can't believe anything on Facebook.
Right.
And there's
except for what's up in North County.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the best. That's the best. When these AI photos are out there, like wildlife, you follow those pages and they'll say, this is a beautiful picture, photo, and it's fake, but they don't tag it as an AI photo, and all the videos of people cleaning barnacles off a seal, you've seen them, I'm sure.
Sure.
They're just,
I just recently saw one off a whale.
You can tell when it's completely AI.
And a lot of people say, I just had this conversation yesterday with somebody. They say, but it's the intent of the video or the photo. It's the meaning. I go, yes, it's a nice sentiment, but if you don't label it AI, there's people, if you read the comments, people think it's true. They think, isn't that great? That dog saved that man's life. No, it's fake.
Right.
It's fake. And that's what bothers me as a photographer. In fact, there was a photo just recently. It showed a mama or daddy eagle in a nest with all these little baby eagles. Beautiful photo. I mean, I must say, it was perfect. But all the little baby eagles had white heads.
Had what?
White heads.
Oh.
Bald eagles don't get white heads until they're 4 or 5 years of age.
So you knew right off the bat.
So it's kind of even a no-brainer but they do, whether it be animals, whatever. It is a beautiful photo, but it's not real.
Well, I think we live in such a fast-paced world that it's like 2 seconds. I mean, and we're off to the next thing.
Yes.
So you see a photo like today. Today's being April Fool's.
Yeah.
there's probably a ton of them, photos out there on Facebook, Instagram that are fake, but right on the surface, the quick glance, where it's gonna cause some sort of emotional reaction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's probably not even true.
Right.
But you could go down there and change the city of Atascadero's pathway, and they say, and wipe out all that stuff, and said they decided overnight that they're not doing any of the parking down the middle of it, and cleared everything down.
Yeah.
But like I say, you never know.
And it's kind of really been going on for years, being able to take a photo and change it up. So like I think, God, don't quote me on this one, but I think it was one time where certain photos weren't allowed in court because they were so, you couldn't bring in a photo because they were so easily faked. Even way back when, you could take something out, flip the flip the photo, just different things.
But nowadays with AI, it's completely changed the landscape.
Yeah.
So now, permissible in court, how is that even can they not?
Yeah.
Is photos not allowed anymore? Even more so than it was back then.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Nowadays
even
with AI,
crazier,
there's no telling. You can,
and like for the movie industry, it's been great. Because back in the old day, I follow the movie Jaws, Facebook page, and everybody, they should do a remake now with all the new modern. And everybody goes, no, that's the way Jaws was. The mechanical, the old mechanical shark. Leave it alone. They could do some killer stuff now. But a lot of people, the Jaws, fans, a lot of them don't want that. They want the original Jaws movie.
But still, you look back at that movie from back in the 70s, the technology, even back then to nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
The movie's still pretty gory, kids and sharks. And
sure.
How many kids do not go in the ocean? Adults, I should say, adults. Don't go in the ocean because of the movie Jaws.
No, exactly.
Probably hundreds of thousands.
No, exactly. Exactly. It was pretty traumatic.
Yeah. So Rick, you got your speech. Is your speech ready?
No.
Are you going to wing it?
No,
Are you going to actually write it? Are you going to cry?
Yes, I'm sure I will. I've had a few thoughts and jokes going through my head, and I said, no, I'm not. I'll have some little pre-planned things to say.
Rick, I'll just give you a little advice.
Okay.
When you speak from your heart, you can never go wrong.
There you go.
I do want to say, though, that it's not just Rick's photography that earned him Citizen of the Year. He definitely is a constant. Wherever you go, Rick is there, writing a story, serving the community, whether it be at school, whether it be in Sucking Gardens, whether it be at the Pastorables downtown. You will always find Rick there, writing some sort of story or serving his community.
I have no home.
Because that is who Rick Evans is. And I want to share with you, I want to thank 13 Stars Media for always being our constant with story writing and supporting the work that the Chamber does. And when I shared with Haley Matson, the publisher and owner of 13 Stars Media, who was chosen for Citizen of the Year, she said, "You have chosen a well-deserved, beautiful man."
Here we go.
Well, that's got to be definitely humbling to hear.
It is. It really is.
So, all your hard work, your fun work, I should say, your enjoyment.
Yes, and that's really the bottom line. Shooting the photos, it's just still fun. I've never looked at some weddings that kind of take all day. You kind of I'm kind of done with this now. This is more of a chore than it was fun, but. It's basically still fun to do. And like I said, editing, just real quick, going back to the editing, sometimes I look at the pre-edited photo and the edited version, I can't even believe it's my photo. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back for my editing skills. It's amazing what editing can do to a photo just to make it look, the enhancement.
Right, and all the tools and resources that's available at your tips, huh?
But yeah,
but again, you have to have the eye. For both,
yes,
taking the picture and editing.
That definitely, and I still in the learning process. I have, I'll drop a name, David Middlecamp for the Slow Tribune. We've shot, a lot of sports together, and over the years I've seen his work in the paper, and I go, "Ooh, I like his angle. I like how he did that." You know, it's still a learning process for me. Because you don't want the typical snapshots, which I say, even I still do. It's just, oh, there you are, stand. Okay, click, click. And sometimes it's hard, you know, of shooting senior photos for the yearbook. I can kind of get an idea of what I want them to do, but the guys are terrible. They give you the same smile, same pose constantly. The girls, though, are a little bit more into, you know, they work it better, you know, and it makes my job a lot easier because they do more of the posing. But sometimes, well, how do you want me? I go, well, kind of try this, try that. Okay, get rid of the Frankenstein arms. You know, you got to hook your thumb. You try to do a few things, but the girls are a lot better at it for the most part.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Are you available to take pictures for the 102nd Annual Awards Dinner and Gala this coming Saturday?
Oh, my camera will be there.
I'm teasing.
No,
we want you to come and enjoy
No,
the
my
event.
camera will be there.
Take a picture while you're on stage giving your award.
Hey, don't get that. He just gave away my intro. No, seriously, for anybody, that's what I'm doing.
Oh.
I go, okay, first things first, I'm going to snap the audience and then make a fake exit. I go, my work is done here,
Nice.
and make a fake exit.
All right.
Not too far, I'll come right back. But, oh yeah, I mean, that's what, and I still get it. I'll be someplace out and about doing whatever, and people always say, I didn't recognize you without your cameras. Where's your camera
It becomes
today?
your hat or your glasses.
Yeah. I said, where's your
It's
camera
part
today?
of who you are.
I go, oh, it's in the truck. But I'm here. I'm not here to take photos. I'm here to have a pizza and a beer, or
Right.
whatever, or
Have fun.
whatever the function.
Enjoy
is.
your time.
I'm here just to be here.
Very
But
awesome.
they always say that. Oh, we didn't recognize you without your cameras on.
Very cool.
Well, you're excited for Saturday night?
Oh yeah.
We're excited to
Yep.
celebrate you.
I gotta say, I did a little shopping yesterday.
Good.
Picked out a new jacket and some things, and
Well, very awesome.
which was needed anyway. So.
Well, Rick, I appreciate you coming on and
Oh, you
sharing a
bet.
little bit of
God.
your story and your history, and
It's nice to
Julie
be here.
being a part of what we're doing here, and you know we get
Thanks
to be
for having us.
yeah.
I'd like to, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do want, it really, this event is truly a labor of love between the awardees, which Rick Evans, of course, it's an honor to be Citizen of the Year. It really is a big deal. We do have our Business of the Year, which is pure yoga and wellness, and what they've done to elevate the community with health and wellness, and how she's grown. Her business is phenomenal. We have our North County Latinos in Business, which is Nancy Yaloa. Her story and her roots are rich, and her parents will be there, and what she's done in the wine industry is amazing. She is just a force. We also have our Community Organization of the Year, which is our Scouting America Troop 51. And during the nomination committee, I could not believe the amount of work those young men do. They literally serve the Atascadero business community 1 day a year. Their service, I would say, is probably over 1,000 hours serving our community with, whether it be, you know, feeding the homeless or serving on the Kiwanis. They are always out and about, and I cannot wait to thank those young men. Out of anything they could be doing in their lives, and they're serving their community, and the skills learned in the scouting will take them beyond college and marriage. It's something that's instilled in them as far as leadership. So we're honored to be able to celebrate all the beautiful people that really shape our community. Goes back to also our sponsors. We can't do this event without our sponsors. We have DCR Framing, and also Moro's Accessories Boutique, which is a 16-year-old. We all get a job at 16. We all want to work. She is a model, and she decided to open up her own business at 16.
Wow.
So she goes to the high school in Atascadero. Her name's Kayla. And then after school, she goes and opens up shop and supports and works her own business instead of working for somebody else. I think that's phenomenal
wow.
for a young lady at that age. We also have Dr. Platterati and also the Oaks of Paso Robles as our stage sponsor. We have Cool Marketing and Remax Success. And we also we'll be celebrating Elisa Williams, who's our Women of Influence North County. We have Santos, we have Spring Hill Suites, Maury Landscaping, Precious Metals, Serve Pro, We also have fashion cleaners who did all of our linens. We have the blueprinters who does all of our printing and does it with ease and sponsors all of that. And of course, we do have 13 Stars Media. We cannot do this without their story writing.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to the gala on Saturday. Black tie, masks like this, right?
It's a spring masquerade, unmasking business
thing.
success,
Right there.
Bridgerton style.
I'm gonna have my partner Eric wear this.
Good.
Wear that with his What's Up North County hat.
If you forget your mask, we will have some at the register at the check-in table.
Very awesome. Well, I appreciate you bringing Rick on, and Rick, again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank
well
you.
deserved, and hopefully more and more years to come for all the photos and all the amazing, epic pictures that you capture here in the North County.
Continue to write the story. We appreciate you, Rick.
I'll keep trying.
Awesome. We're all taking bids of how long before the waterworks start when you get up there on stage. So
Oh, if I just look at my daughter one time, she'll be there.
it's all over.
It'll be
I bet that first step that you take onto stage, it's already coming.
Oh, yeah.
So you might as well wear sunglasses.
That's right.
Wear some sunglasses.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, for coming on. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it,
Thank
Julie
you.
and Rick
Thank you,
again. Congratulations,
Again,
and
thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing you at the gala on Saturday. Both of you, actually.
I'll be there.
Looking forward to that. Awesome, guys.
Okay,
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. Hey, make sure you want to check out Rick's photos. You can go to his website, you can go to his Facebook page, you can email him. This guy is at every event that Atascadero offers, taking some epic pictures, and you don't want to miss it. And guys, sorry about this year. It's sold out, but make sure you guys get ready for your opportunity for the 103rd Annual Gala Awards next year. And you can visit atascaderochamber.org for more information. Become a member and be a part of this amazing organization. But as always, guys, we can't do this without you and our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wine Travelers Hideaway, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, MGP Coating, North County Junk Removal, The Trailer Barn, Story Termite Pest Control, Borhone Auto Center, Kennedy Club Fitness, Airflow Filter Services, and Suprema Meat Markets. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Hi, it's Alex with Suprema Meat Market. We are a Mexican meat market with a taqueria. Come enjoy our high-quality cuts and meats. We offer choice and prime Harris Ranch beef, as well as chicken, seafood, and pork items. In the taqueria, all of our tacos come with handmade tortillas. We also offer specialty items like chilaquiles and chile rellenos. Come enjoy Taco Tuesday with Suprema. We offer our tacos at $1.99 each. Suprema Meat Market is located at 8950 Montecito Avenue in Atascadero.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
and Deanna
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We're all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.